Welcome to the Computer Network course of third year E&TC semester 6. Before going in detail with syllabus, first of all let's see vision of the institute. Vision of the institute is to become a leading institute in technical education, fostering innovation, research, ethical values and sustainable development for the betterment of society. Mission of the institute: to impart high-quality technical education through innovative and interactive learning process and high-quality globally recognized instructional material programs, fostering a collaborative scientific temper among students with ethical responsibility towards the society, preparing students from diverse backgrounds to have aptitude for employment, entrepreneurship, and research with spirit of professionalism. Let's see what is the vision of the department: to produce competent electronics and telecommunication engineers with a commitment to serve the society. Mission of the department is to deliver innovative ICT-enabled and interactive learning, fostering excellence in electronics and telecommunication engineering, cultivate scientific inquiry, ethical responsibility, and collaboration to address societal and technological challenges effectively. Empower diverse students with skills for employment, entrepreneurship, and research, nurturing professionalism and lifelong learning. So these are the mission and vision of the these are the program educational objectives of the department. Graduate will apply engineering knowledge and innovation to solve complex problems in electronics and telecommunication domain. Second, PEO. Graduate will demonstrate ethical and social values while adapting to technological advancement for sustainable societal progress. And third, PEO. Graduate will pursue career through employment, entrepreneurship, or research, embracing professionalism and continuous learning throughout life. Then these are the two PSOs, program-specific outcomes. Apply core principle of electronics and telecommunication engineering, including devices, circuits, signal processing, communication systems, and embedded platform to analyze and solve real-world engineering problems. Second PSO, design, simulate, and implement electronics and telecommunication solutions using modern software tools, programming environments, and embedded platforms for industry-relevant applications. So these are the vision mission of the institute, department, PEO. This one is the course outcome for a computer network course, out of which the first unit is having a course outcome 1, explain basics of network models, protocols, and devices. The syllabus for computer network, it is divided in 5 units. First unit is introduction to computer. Second unit, introduction to physical layer services. Fourth unit is network layer, and fifth unit is. And these are the textbook and reference book for the computer network. Let's begin with the first unit, that is introduction to computer. Now, first thing comes in mind with the computer network is, what is a computer network? A computer network is a group of autonomous computers connected by communication media and governed by a protocol that enable resource sharing and data exchange. This is the general definition for computer network. Then whenever the computer network is connected, it is autonomous computers are connected by means of a communication media. Communication media may be wired or wireless, and this communication is governed by some protocol. And the aim of this interconnection is for resource sharing and data exchange. Now, when we say interconnection of computers, computers can be geographically located anywhere. It may be located in one room, or it may be located in one city, or it may be located in one country, or it may be located in continent also. So that is the no restriction for geographical location for interconnection. Now, why the computer network is required, or why we networking the computers, or why we interconnect the computers? So there are major various reasons, out of which 3 reasons here are specified. First one is the resource sharing. If we want to have the sharing of the resources amongst the all other computers or all other devices, then we have to interconnect the devices. Second one is the high reliability. So if we replicate the data, so replication of data ensures that if one server fails or one device fails, another takes over that device works seamlessly. So that is the very important one, high reliability. And third one is the communication. So by connecting the devices or by connecting the computers, we are not connecting just a machine, we are also connecting the peoples, because peoples are connected with each other by means of an email or voice over internet protocol or videos. So these are the major three reasons why the interconnection of computers is required one. Then computer network architecture. What is the definition of computer network architecture? So computer network architecture is defined as physical and logical design of software, hardware, protocols, and media of the transmission of the data. So computer network falls under two broad categories. First one is a client-server architecture, and other is a peer-to-peer architecture. So what is a client-server architecture? Client-server architecture is a type of computer network architecture in which nodes can be either server or client. It may be act as a server or client. Here the server node manages the client node behavior. So server node always manages the client node behavior. And in peer-to-peer architecture, there is no such concept of server and client. So every PC is free to work as either client or server. So this is the client-server model or client-server architecture. In client-server model, a client program sends a request to server program over a network, and a server program responses the request raised by the client by sending the response to the client. So here in a diagram, server is there, one server is there, and one server managing various clients. So whenever the client is required to do certain task or to access the resources, it sends the request to server, and the request is processed by the server, and the server replies for that request. That is the normal operation of the client. Whereas this diagram shows the peer-to-peer network. In peer-to-peer model, all computers act as a client and server. It may be act as a client or it may be act as a server. They are free to act accordingly. Each node can directly share the resources and communicate with other node without any central server. So in order to share the resources or in order to communicate with each other, they do not require any central server. They may free to communicate with each other. Now, according to how the data is transmitted, there may be transmission technologies. So first technology is a broadcast one. So broadcast technology is also called it as a one-to-all. So in broadcast transmission, a single sender sends the data to all the nodes in a network. Every node receives the packet, but only intended node process it. So in broadcast technology, whatever may be the data is sent for any particular node, that data is sent to all the nodes. And whatever may be the node that requires to collect that data and process that data, that node only collect that data and process that data. Other nodes ignore that data. So this is the broadcasting. So it called it as a one send and all receive. So one node send and where all node receive, but only intended node process that data. All other nodes ignore that. So compared to broadcast technology, the other transmission technology is point-to-point technology, or it is also called it as a one-to-one technology. In point-to-point transmission, data is sent directly from one sender to one receiver. It uses the dedicated communication link between two nodes, whereas no such dedicated link is present in broadcast technology. Broadcast technology, one send to all. And in point-to-point technology, one node sends to one receiver only or one node only.